All right, so approaching the vanity. I think a lot of us feel like, when I go there and I have a pretty good collection of makeup, but I sit down and I'm not really sure what I want, and so I'm just going to use what I did yesterday because it's probably sitting right here on the vanity still, and I'll just go with that, slap it on, and get out the door. But I'm going to show you a quick way to kind of set the table, if you will, kind of set up your makeup table, and then figure out like what you want to wear and then go backwards from there. So I'm going to show you how I plan my makeup. Sometimes you can even do it the night before, and that way when you get up you don't have to really even think about it. Just sit down and everything's all done. One of the things that makes my life really easy, and I didn't really realize how much I would be using it, is this really nice Eli Maya matte right here from Morphe Brushes. Com. I hope they're still in stock when I'm telling you about this, but they had, when I looked for them, they had white and black, and I really like these. Of course, I love silver, so I had to get that, but I love that they have pockets in them, and this is a really good place to put your brushes, things that I keep here that I use all the time. Like that's going to be, I know that's always going to be my mascara, so that's going to go there. And I also have super freakishly long eyelashes, so I have to comb my eyelashes along the way as I put mascara on. So I realize this light makes my hand look so red, like I've been out in the sun. Let's try to turn up a little bit. Is that better? Not really. Okay. Maybe I'm just red. So having this mat really gave me the idea to start doing this organization tip. And it's like I said, it's almost like setting the table. You're kind of setting your makeup area. So the other thing I always have with me is my Vera Mona brush switch, and or color switch, and I love these. And you can also buy just the canister and then buy a replacement little scouring pad thing that goes in them. But I've gotten to where I almost can't do my makeup without this now. Of course, you can use a washcloth or something, a makeup wipe or anything to wipe off your brushes, but this just keeps it nice and dry, so I don't have to worry about my brush being damp or anything like that when I want to use the next color. So I love this product a lot. So it always stays right here on my vanity. So let's talk about how to work backwards to plan your makeup. All right, so there's a lot of different ways. There's my tea, because I am from the South and I like my sweet tea. But there's a lot of different ways that you can start to set up your makeup for the day or the next day. And a couple of different things. One is to maybe decide on what outfit you're going to wear and move backwards from there. Sometimes I'm not really sure what I want to do for my outfit, and so maybe I just want to keep my options open and I'm not sure what it's going to be, but I'm going to guess maybe it'll be like maybe in the tan or brown or maroon family tomorrow. So if I know at least a little bit of that, then I like to work from my eyeshadows backwards. And the reason I do that is because one thing you can't really do wrong necessarily is, pick your eyeshadows according to the outfit. And if you've got a bunch of neutrals that you're planning to wear, then you can switch out your outfit. But if you know very specifically what you're going to wear, then you really want to pick a really nice eyeshadow palette ahead of time to go with that, so that you don't forget like the next day. Sometimes you're in a hurry and you might not remember what you had wanted to do, and so putting it all out ahead of time really works. But I like to go from the eyeshadows back, which is the most color pretty much on your face. And so when you do that, you can kind of guide the rest of your makeup look after you decide what eyeshadow look you're going for. And if it's a really huge, dramatic, you like my hand gesture? If it's a really big, dramatic eyeshadow look, then that also will tell you, kind of some of the lippies that you want to go with it. So if you're going to do a big eyeshadow, maybe you want to do a more subdued lip. And so that will guide you down the rest of your makeup routine. La 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 la. It's like, hello, sock puppet theater with no socks. But she's lost her mind. And now she's talking about herself in third person. Moving on. So, going through your eyeshadows, and of course, hopefully you don't have this many. I'm insane. But I just have a thing for eyeshadow palettes. I think they're just so pretty. But anyway, some of your more dramatic looks, like this one from Juvia's Place. This is the Saharan by Juvia's Place, and they also have a couple other ones that are just beautiful. And some of these are more bold. They are more jewel tones and things like that. There's some neutrals. You could just keep neutral in this palette as well, and they're beautiful. But if you wanted to go for something like this or this, then you do kind of need to think about what outfit you're going to wear. Unless it is super neutral what you're wearing, then your eyes can pop with these big colors. So working backwards from this is going to tell you a lot. It'll tell you what color blush you want. Sometimes you want a redder or a browner or a pinker blush, and this will help you decide that. And then also your lippy choice. You might not want to, you might think that I'm going to wear, one of these big, bold, pink. Let's do this bright pink. Let's pretend that I pull this baby out and I say, let's wear this today. But all of a sudden I've gone with reds and golds and, gosh, why did I do that? Because I really wanted to wear this. But if you go from the eyeshadow backwards, you can plan that. Or the other thing to do is to work from your lipstick backwards. If you wanted to wear this color, then you could really, centralize your makeup look to this color. And then you know that everything's going to match and go together pretty well. Another thing that you can always do is just go for a nice nude lip, and then whatever eyeshadow colors you want to use, you're not restricted by that. So if you plan these things ahead of time, it'll just make your life so easy. And a lot of people are always asking me, well, that planning is all fine and good and everything, but how do we know what all to use? So let's get into that. All right, so let's plan our makeup look. All right, so first, when I was organizing palettes and getting my vanity put together, I realized that I had this one that I haven't used in a while, and I absolutely love this palette, and I will show you why. It is so pretty, and I haven't used it in a while. So once in a while, it's good to just go through your makeup and find out what you have and what you haven't used in a while. Also, because some of the makeup will expire as well and they won't perform as well. So it's really good to try to use these, and that's why you don't probably want to collect as many as I do, because then some of them, do get bad before you can get to all of those. I only have one face. So this is just the cutest palette, but you see it's got lots of options for me. So I can do dark, I can do lighter, I can do neutrals, and of course then I can add things to this palette. So let's do this as the center. Okay, so working from the eyes, then what else do we need for our eyes? So then we know we're probably going to want an eyeliner, and I need to decide whether I want to fiddle with a wing or a gel liner, or if I just want to go to a nice eyeliner pencil. And sometimes if you're going to be in a hurry, these are going to be a little bit better for you. So I'm just going to go ahead with my black liner pencil. All right, so now, ooh, nice lights. So now I have my eyeliner and my eyeshadow, and let's move everything down by the mascara. So there's my eyes going right there. Let's see what kind of eyeshadow brushes I want. And of course you can pick these as you go, or you can pull them out the night before or the morning of, and just set them all out so that you don't have to worry about it. So let's pretend I know I want to do a crease color. Where is it? And I know that I'm going to want to put a shadow underneath. So a little brush like this will help. I know that I'm going to do inner corner highlight because that is about one of my favorite new things to do. I almost don't like to do eyeshadow without my inner corner highlight, and this is such a nice, pretty, tiny brush. Focus. To put that in that little small inner corner highlight area that you have. And then of course we will want some kind of blending brush. So we've got that one, and I like this one because it's pointed, so you could really get into that crease, and so this is a really, really nice brush for that. The other ones I can probably pick as I go. Maybe I want just a little bit bigger fluffy brush for blending, and that one needs to be washed, I see. So, but let's go ahead and let's put our eye brushes out. We know we're going to use those, so let's set that in here. Okay, so my eyes are ready to go. So now what we need to do is, let's say I am just going to stick to this little family up here. I am not going to use anything crazy. I'm just going to do a nice neutral eye with a little bit of a brown rust color for the outer part of my eye. So knowing that is going to help me choose my blush. And we've got pinks, and we've got darker or lighter pinks, and then we've got some darker pinks. So you just need to go through your blushes and really open them and see what you have. Or you can go with a really nice blush palette, and this will really save you some time, is to have a bunch of options at once in front of you. So something you thought was going to look good last night, you might change your mind about it in the morning, and with these palettes you have this option, and this is one of my favorites. This one hasn't been used very much because I have another one upstairs that I've been using, so it's nice and fresh and pretty. But this, look at all the different colors it has, and of course when you put it with this eye option, you've got lots and lots of options to go with. You could go with peach. You could go with, oh, definitely, hello, stay open. Definitely this baby love, and even a darker one, this love hangover, would be pretty with this color scheme right here. I'm going to come over here to my sweet tea. I'm going to come over here to my gilded collection. These are so beautiful. And one of my favorites for blush is this one that's angled here. And this is the Morphe Y4 from the gilded collection. And it just puts that blush right there where you want it on your cheekbones. And I just love this slant. I have another one that's this similar shape from Morphe that I absolutely love. So we know we're going to use this blush brush and this blush palette with this eyeshadow palette. And we've got our eyeliner and our mascara. Okay, so now the rest of the colors that are going to go with this, let's see what color we want to wear. And again, this might change when you get into the mood as you're putting your makeup on, or somebody has called and said it's not going to be as formal as they thought, or it's going to be more formal. And you also need to decide, is it going to need to last a long time, or is it going to last for an hour dinner? Are you eating and drinking? Because that's going to make big choices, like what kind of formula you wear. Sometimes lipsticks are going to wear off a lot quicker than a liquid lip. So you have to decide, you know, what are you doing? Are you going to go out and eat and drink a lot? Or are you just going to eat a couple of hors d'oeuvres and the lipstick is okay? Or are you just going to a meeting, or are you going to work and you don't need it to last all day? Or you're somewhere where you can touch it up during the day. And so you just need to make all of those decisions. And then liquid lipsticks, you know, you can't go very wrong with those, in case you're not sure if you need it to last longer or if you're going to eat or drink or whatever, because they just are going to be pretty whatever you do. So let's pretend that I am going to be in the mood for, I don't know, let's try this one. This is a Kylie, I think this is Angel from her holiday collection. So I'm going to come over here to these and see if this goes with the scheme here. And it would look pretty, but maybe I'm going to go for this end of it and I change my mind. Then all you have to do is come back over here and grab a more neutral lip instead. This is Coco K. And these are both pinks. So let's pretend that I don't want a pink. Then I'm going to go through and try to find something that is more on the brown scale. And I love these Dose of Colors new formula that they came out with. This one actually is in sand. This is an older one, and this is a liquid lipstick, but they also have these lip creams. They're almost like glosses, and I absolutely love these. And in fact, if some of these liquid lipsticks get dry when you put them on when you're about to leave, and you want just a little bit of moisture in the middle or lighten it up a little bit, you could use one of these lip creams over the center. Just dot it on after this, and I like to call that lipstick cocktailing. You're kind of creating your own lipstick color and your own formula, where you've got the base color that's going to last you all day, and then a pretty lighter pink in the center that you could reapply later if you needed to. If you'll do this ahead of time and just limit your choices, it won't be so overwhelming and, you know, just crazy for you, and so you just give up. And if you'll do it this way, look, we know exactly what we're wearing, and we don't have to really even think about it. Okay, so we've got the big color items out of the way. We know we've got our lip options, and you can always go right back in and grab something else. But here's our lip options that are going to go with this eyeshadow palette. Here's the brushes I'm going to use. Here's the blush palette that I'm going to use, depending on how I feel. We've got our blush brush. We've got our things for our eyes over there. And so what are the next things that you need to do? Well, to top it all off, you want to think about maybe a highlighter. And let's pretend like this is a really kind of professional thing that we're going to, so you might want to keep the highlighter kind of on the low-key side, like on the DL. So then you probably don't want a blinding, beautiful highlight like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero palette. That's really pretty, but it will be more for something at night, because it's really, you know, it's really pretty, but it's really bright. So let's go for something a little more subtle. So the Peach palette from Too Faced is a really nice subtle palette. This one from Milani is a really nice subtle palette. All the Jouer ones are buildable, but they are first, you know, really subtle, and then you can build those up. And those are really pretty formula, and it'll last a long time. Dose of Colors has a nice one, but Ofra has some really, really, really pretty ones. They're on the gold side though, so you have to just bring it up to what you're doing, and will gold go with your choices? Yeah, they will. So a gold one might be good, but then you might want to have a second choice, or maybe you have just a ride or die one that you always love, or you can have a highlighter palette. So here we go. This is the look that we're going for, and then all we need to do from here is start to add our base things. We have, even with the optional add-ons, we still have a really nice little small choice, you know, just a little few options, so that we don't go absolutely nuts. When I am going on a trip or traveling, I really take way too much, and I wish I would do this so that I was sure that I had everything and I wasn't missing anything, and then I gave myself just a few options. And again, these palettes are so great for taking on trips, because you have lots and lots of options, and you only have 3 or 4 things to take instead of 100 little tiny things, and then all of that. So this is another good way to pack if you're traveling. But so this is a look. This is a look or two. You could even leave this out and do the same thing the next day, or even just trade out your lippies or trade out your palette. And then if you can just leave this all on the mat, if you don't want it sitting out on your vanity, of course you could put everything away. But you could actually just make your life a lot easier. And you know, when we, oh, ooh, here's my kitty. He's just decided I will be here. So anyway, if you will do this for yourself, it will be so much less overwhelming. This is our planning mat and our makeup look all ready to go.